Oh, well, hello there. You're a new face. Are you a new hire for the tavern? Well, in that case, I'm delighted to meet you. I'm a regular here, so we'll be seeing a lot of each other. In fact, I think I'd like you to serve me today. Why so nervous? Is it just because this is your first time? Oh, don't be shy. I don't bite. Well, not unless I really like you. My, so skittish. And you're staring at me so intently. Haven't you ever seen a Jaguar 𝗖𝗎𝗧𝗔𝗖𝗧 before? Or are you one of those humans who feels uncomfortable around beastlings in general? Because if you are, you'll have to get over that really quickly. Zack might house more non-beastlings than most cities in the old winds, but it's still deep in beastling territory. You'd be choosing an awfully strange place to live. I'm only teasing. Relax. Relax a little. This is a friendly place. You don't need to worry so much. What's got you so jittery? Oh, well, that explains it. I guess you weren't expecting to be hired and put to work the very same day you asked for the job, huh? Poor thing, you must feel so flustered. I'm not surprised the owner acted quickly, though. You're such a cute thing. It would have been a shame if some other place had snatched you up first. You're exactly the sort of person they like to hire here. Well, all that being the case, you're pretty lucky that I'm your first customer. I'm pretty laid back, so I don't mind at all if you're still learning the ropes. On the contrary, it might be kind of fun to watch you fumble around. Seriously, I just like to joke around. Come here, I'll show you my favorite place to sit. Right here. It's surprisingly secluded. Right here. I usually stop by around this time, so I'd appreciate it so very much if you would do your best to keep it free for me. Not that it should be hard. I'm usually here before the evening rush anyway. Now let's see. I'll have a red wine. You can pick whatever kind you like. Just bring the bottle. And don't take too long deciding. Doesn't matter too much to me. Oh, there you are. I told you didn't have to spend a lot of time deciding, didn't I? No, it's fine. Let's see. What did you pick? Oh, nice choice. Oh, but you only brought one glass. Well, one for me and one for you, silly thing. How else are you supposed to enjoy this wine with me? Don't think you should? That's a funny thing to say. It's sort of the whole point, isn't it? Wait, did they not even tell you that? Oh dear. You really got thrown into the deep end, didn't you? This is a place where beastlings come to enjoy a drink with exotic people. Didn't you wonder why all the servers are non-beastlings? Looks like I'm going to have to be the one to train you, instead of whoever was supposed to do it. That's alright, I suppose. Well, it's basically like I just said. Your job is to be pleasant company. It's not common for beastlings to travel outside our homeland, nor do non-beastlings often make their home here. Places like this are a way for us to become a bit more familiar with the outside world. Yeah. You just need to provide me with stories about your life and your own unique perspectives. Sometimes the servers are also involved in other services. Usually after hours, though. But that's more of a secondary thing. It's not required of you. I know it seems strange to a human, but it makes perfect sense to us beastlings. This tavern is almost like a library of sorts. Beastlings know how to read, but culturally, we prefer the spoken word over writing. You see, you're like a book, full of new ideas for me to explore. Does that make any sense? Oh, don't fuss about that. It's not necessary for you to be well educated. In some ways, it's better that you're not. At least for the sake of your job here. I'm not nearly so interested in listening to what other people told you as I am about your personal experiences. Your life. Alright, shall we? Let's start with a nice, easy question. How did you end up in the Old Winds? Humans don't often come out this way, although it might not seem that way because of how many there are in this room. You're still nervous. Listen, just wandering isn't a very interesting answer, and I'm sure it's not the full truth. You don't have to be very charming or charismatic to work here, but you certainly do need to try to engage with me. It's okay. You'll get better at it. It's okay. You'll get better at it. It's not surprising that you'd be a little withdrawn, given how sudden this all has been for you. If anything, I'd blame the person who was meant to train you, but let's not talk about that. Why don't I make things just a little bit easier for you? Let me tell you a bit about myself first. Maybe if you get to know me a little, you won't feel so stiff, eh? Well, my name is Tiki. As you probably already noticed, I'm a Jaguar beastling. I make a living as the owner of a restaurant nearby. Are you being serious right now? No, you sweet thing. Oh, I wouldn't really consider a tavern to be the competition. It fills a very different niche, so I don't mind supporting this place at all. Besides, we're more of a breakfast and brunch place. That's why I finished work early enough to be here right now. Now let's try you. What's your name? Well, it's lovely to meet you. And why are you here in the Old Winds? Oh, well, guess what? It just so happens that I love long stories. Please, go ahead. Tell me your story. That's an unusual beginning. That's a rare circumstance for humans, isn't it? I see. And what happened then? Ha! You're joking. So cruel. Well, no wonder you're so timid then. Poor thing. But how did that lead to you ending up here? Oh my. You've been through a lot, haven't you? Sounds to me like it can be really tough to be human. Oh, and after all this, you never even grabbed a glass for yourself. Go, get one. Oh, come on, stop dragging your feet. Go get one, will you? You seem like you really need it. There you are, that's it. Let me pour you some. What do you think? Yes, you chose very well. Don't be shy now. I'm here more for you than I am for the wine. Goodness, you've had to really push yourself recently, poor thing. Can't even imagine what would be like, you know? I'm sorry you had to go through all that. But I am grateful you ended up here, where you could share your story with me. Is that a blush? Oh, isn't that precious? I've always thought humans were cute, but you're twice as cute as any other that I've seen. Don't you think so? You're also much smaller than beaslings. And with the blunt teeth, clawless fingers, and hairless skin, you just look so squishy and harmless. I know that humans can be fierce when they want to be, but, well, I like it better when humans behave like you. Sweet, respectful, and shy. It suits you very well. I'm happy that you still act that way after all your hardships. Some people react to that sort of thing by becoming emotionally numb, or at least losing their kind, innocent side. It's really sad. I think that you've handled it very well, at least from what I can see. I'm curious to hear more. Where are you staying in the city? Oh, that won't do. A sweet thing like you shouldn't have to live in a place like that. I couldn't stand the thought of you being surrounded by filth and grime. You know, you could come live with me if you wanted. I'm very wealthy, thanks to my restaurant. I have a nice big house that would be more than spacious enough. I suppose that's the right answer to a stranger in a strange city inviting you to their home. But I'll confess that I'm disappointed. Well, at least let me give you some money so you can find a nicer place to stay. No, I insist. I'd actually be quite upset with you if you refused me. I won't allow you to live in those conditions. Well, if you want to thank me, just be sure that my table is free this time of day. And make sure you're free as well. I get the feeling you're gonna become my new favorite. I was so flustered. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overwhelm you. Tell you what, let's just sit and drink together for a while. You don't have to say anything. Would that make you a bit more comfortable, perhaps? Maybe give you a chance to organize your thoughts? Good. I'm looking forward to visiting with you a lot, you know. Oh, and do consider my first offer, won't you? It really would be so fun to have a human scampering around the house.